Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Decide a different league, I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Report podcast right here on Wire Network. Man, thanks for having us here, Wire to Wire. Appreciate you. This episode is being brought to you by Mayano Microphones and the PD200W. That's W stands for wireless. If you need a wireless connection, you can use anywhere in the world, we got you. Need XLR? We got you. That'd be for your more professional setup. If you need USB-C, that's the most common, we got that connection too. We got all three. So check us out, Mayano.com, Mayano PD200W. All right, let me go ahead and roll over to everyone we have here in the chat here. Oh, Tony, sure, I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and bring Tony on, my co-host. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Well,
What up?
I got a case.
Okay.
A case of haterade. Fuck the Yankees baseball bat.
Yes. Fuck the Yankees. Yes.
That just felt good. Just
Fuck them.
let it out of hibernation. Just release it.
Listen, if you're having a bad day, and you want to make yourself feel a little bit better, just say fuck the Yankees. And all your troubles go away.
We'll just go watch the video of the fifth inning in the Yankees 2024 ALCS. That's also a great way to play.
You ease your pain and sorrows. All right, let me go ahead and bring in the second person in this motley crew. We got not just Ando that you can listen to with me on Saturday nights as well as on the Geek Gauntlet podcast, Lead Sports Entertainment Network, but Mr. Ando. So, Mr. Ando, what's up?
Will, thank you so much for putting the proper respect on my name. While we were getting this podcast started, Rob Ando, the other Ando, he came in and Seven had the glorious misdistinction of calling him the better Ando. So I am going to say, fuck you, Seven. And Will, it is, thank you so much for being respectful. And just remember, for you guys that are having really bad days out there, it could be worse. You could be an Astros fan. Fuck you, Astros. It's baseball season. Let's go.
And last but certainly not least, I have a member of the original Player versus Team here. Got my boy John. John, what's up? How you doing tonight? I was just about to add him. He disappeared on me.
What? John disappearing?
He disappeared.
I didn't know Minnesota football was back.
Dang, he back. Dang, man. What's up, bro?
Yo, I don't know what's going on, but Seven's the only one I can hear. I might have to log back out real quick.
Okay.
You can't hear me?
Okay, log back out so you can log back in. Why he's
He
doing
was having
that?
this last week. He just hates us perfectionists, Will. That's what happens. Seven ain't a perfectionist. He hates us perfectionists, man.
I have a perfect idea. I'm going to go a little rogue here real quick so we can fill some time. Ando.
Yo.
You and I are going to play a game real quick.
All right.
I will give you $25 if you say this name correctly.
All right. Cool. That looks like an Armadillo's player. Andilla's player. Number 86. I'm going to assume he is a tight end. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Luke Nijaman. Cannot get me to say the other way. That eye is soft.
There's no R in it.
That eye is softer than butter. Nijman. By the way, I will take that $25 through Venmo.
There's no R in it.
It's Nigaman.
Yeah. There's no R in it though.
He ain't coming to the barbecue, Will.
There's no R in it though.
Doesn't matter. He ain't coming to the barbecue.
But Ando, there's no R in it.
I'm still not saying it. You see
okay,
this, Will?
Okay, so you've seen Walking Dead, right? You've seen
Yes.
Walking Dead? Okay. So think like Negan, right? Okay. Nega, man.
That's too close. And I am full-blooded white.
Let me see what John thinks. Hold on. Let me see what John thinks. John, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I got y'all now.
Okay. Put it back up again, Seven. Put it back up again, Seven.
John, say that name.
How do you say this name?
Oh, hell.
Look, if the black man on the panel, not saying you're black, Will, but if the real black man on the panel is there to say that name, we got problems. We got
He
problems.
hammered that hard.
I mean,
the
R's not there.
The R is not there.
Still don't matter. It's still close
But you
enough.
still can't get away with it.
Exactly.
You can't get away with it.
Y'all want Guardy on the show? Hold on. Y'all want Guardy on the show for real?
Come on, let's put Guardy on the show right now.
Hold on, we might be able to do that. Hold on, let me see if he's free. Hold on, let me see.
Guardy's gonna get it right. Like that's not even fair.
Yeah. It's missing R, but I mean, unless you're an announcer and you got to do what you got to do.
It is still too close. I will get burned at the stake for that, and I am not a witch, so we ain't playing that, bro.
Because if I was white and I had to like say that name like over announcements, something I just like the man, like number 18 or whatever his name was. Luke Man.
N, please report to the principal's office. Luke N. You know who you are.
I just say the last half of his last name.
Okay.
Luke Man.
So I changed the orientation a little bit because of this comment.
Look, we're gonna hold you guys up tonight. That's all there is to it. We holding you up. Well, you remember I'm really good at holding shit up from Saturday night. I got the muscle mass. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, you were doing really good. You were really good of holding cats.
We know what. We know what.
I don't weigh that much.
You were really good at holding cats and melons the other night.
John, just so you know, I'll give you like the quick version. We had 8 people on the Geek Gauntlet podcast, and I was positioned under one of the voluptuous women we have. One of the very pretty voluptuous women.
Yes.
And I literally was doing this.
This is your PG rated talking? Because I feel like you got something else in your spirit.
Oh my God, dude. I wish I could look up and actually see him and just, oh man. Praise. That would have been my praise be to Jesus in the moment.
The word voluptuous just lets me know how nice it was.
Oh, it was so glorious. So glorious, my brother.
Ando was
hey,
like
man.
this. Hey, John, Ando was like this. He was
that
like
was
this.
spirit bomb power right there, Will.
Yes.
I was calling all the spirit bomb power.
Yes.
He was Atlas.
Oh my God, bro.
He must have had a good time, Endo. I'm happy for you, dude.
All right.
It's always a good time to
If Guardy gets here, we'll interrupt.
That whole show was good. But all right. We're gonna move along until we get Guardy here. I already told him he can come on in. So he's more than welcome anytime. Oh, there he goes.
Let's go.
Bring my man on real quick.
Okay.
You thought you were gonna have the rest of the night off, didn't you? But I got you.
I thought I was, but you know.
Hey, who's that guy that never lost playing basketball? This show ain't never lost. We're going to bring the best panelists. Panelists on the show, never lost.
Gordy, look at the chat right there. Look at the chat right there. Look at the chat. We want Gordy on the show.
Hey, what's good, guys?
There you go. See? Right. Hey, listen. I aim to please you guys.
Can't say Will don't do nothing for you guys.
That's right.
Before we dive into topics.
Yes.
Okay, I want to see if you can say this name correctly. I think out of anybody, you're going to get it
right. Oh, God.
Let's do it.
Don't do it.
I plead the fifth.
Don't put yourself in that situation, right?
Exactly.
You know who should be here with him too? You know who should be here with him? Mo should be here with him too. That'd be funny if Mo. It'd be funny when Mo said I can't do it. That'd be funny as hell.
I'm down. We need to do like a show collaboration, like a special one night show where we get everybody together.
I like that comparison. I support that.
Come on, Seven. You're doing that in February? Come on now.
We can get Gene. We can get Gene in here too.
Listen. The thing about StreamYard, it only holds 10 people.
That's fine.
So,
3 from our show. So I salute you, Seven, and John. If John wants the panel seat, it's all him. So
really quick.
I'm game, man, as long as I got time.
All right.
Brandon hosts the Sports Nuts podcast.
What's up, Brandon?
On there Wednesday at I believe it's
you gotta remind me, man.
PM, 7. I believe it's at 7 on Wednesday. I don't have my calendar for me, so I can't remember.
If I'm home, I'll watch for sure. Brandon, if I'm home, I'll watch.
I'll send you a link.
Okay, I'll definitely watch.
We're going to talk about the start of baseball season right before World Baseball Classic coming up, and that is also what I'm going to be doing right before Podcast Name Deferred returns for the start of baseball season, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. So get a lucky double 7 on Wednesday.
Yes.
If you're keen.
Oh, real quick.
In other words, turn off your YouTube if Seven's on the show twice.
Yeah.
Real quick, Seven. You said you had something you want to bring up before we got on the topics.
Do we want to do? I was just the
you want to do it now?
It's up to you.
I think we should do it now. Let's start off.
Let's go ahead and do it now.
All right. So, as the resident mental health guy, when I heard about the Rondale Moore situation and his tragic passing away this weekend, was also actually dealing with my own mental health issues on Saturday, so it kind of felt a little bit more personal. Because I understand what it feels like to be at that point. And I want to talk about that today a little differently than I ever have before. Before I do that, I also want to start by saying men's mental health is fucking important.
Mm-hmm.
And until we make intentional choices to deal with this shit, this problem's going to keep fucking existing. This kid had his whole life ahead of him. And this was the point that he felt like he was at. We've got former players talking about a toxic culture in the NFL where they don't actually have the ability to speak up and ask for help. I hope that these are isolated circles, but I'm not stupid. I know how men's mental health is treated in this fucking country. We need to make a concentrated effort to put intention behind improving the situation around men's mental health. There is a reason, there is a correlation. I'm going to say this is something ballsy that people don't talk about. There is a correlation between the amount of serial criminals in this country and a lack of emphasis on men's mental health.
Bingo.
Because there's not a person that's a career criminal that is not that doesn't have issues, that doesn't have trauma issues. The studies behind it are fucking astronomical. But I also want to say this. This is to those that knew Rondale first. As somebody who was at that point where they wanted to die. I'm going to say something to you that I've never talked about. And what it feels like to be at that point that loved ones need to understand. And the first thing is this: there is nothing you could have done. When he's at that point, there is nothing that you could have done. The only reason that I stopped was entirely with it myself. And what I will say to this day is divine intervention. And don't question why that didn't happen with him. Because you'll go fucking mad.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing that I'm going to tell you is this. What would he have wanted you? Now, I can't say I know him personally. So these are a bit more of a generalization and a reflection of my own experience and how I've reflected over my life since I was at that point in my life. Obviously, like I said before, there was nothing you could have done. The second, no matter who you are, it was not your fault. It was not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Don't let that weight bring you down in a struggle that he doesn't want you to have. He had enough. He didn't want that worry. Don't let that weight destroy you. It's not your fault. There is nothing that you could have done. And the most important way to move forward is to honor him and do things that you think would have made him happy in the world. That's how you keep his memory alive. And that's how you bring peace to yourself. As somebody who was at that point, I can tell you that the weight of feeling in that spot is not something that you can truly ever describe. Because you feel like the weight of everything is right there, and you hear all of these things around you reminding you of every single failure, every single fucking step, every single day of your life, whether it was your fault or not, in that moment is entirely on you. It's fucking destroyed. But the truth of the matter is, he felt trapped. He felt trapped by that weight, and there is nothing that you could have done. It is not your fault. And the best way that you can move forward is to do things that would have made him. It will bring both of you.
Thank you, Tony. And I will say this, and I'll speak on behalf of the Black community on this. It's even worse when you're in the Black community, because when you're in the Black community and you say you have mental health issues, it's really looked down upon even more than the general consensus of the world. So we need to get past this stigma. Men's mental health is an important thing. And with more women wanting us to be providers, with more women wanting us to be about traditional male-female role, that makes it even more important to be where you need to be within your mental health.
Same, man.
Yeah, definitely. So if you have any issues, need to talk to someone, you have resources in your area that can help you get the help that you need, because men's mental health is so important. It's so important. Given the fact, go ahead.
988 from any phone goes to a crisis line. You can text it or you can call it.
Okay, because you got to remember, we're supposed to be the quote unquote providers, but when we're not right, everything else within the whole family structure will fall.
Yeah.
So definitely get the help that you need. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about what anybody says or think about you. Get the help that you need. You'll be that much better for it. Before we move on with our first topic for the evening, let me go ahead and bring in Erica. She's making her return back to the show. What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Now?
How we doing?
It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Oh yeah, we got you. All right. First thing I want to get into is the show title itself. We got all this stuff going on in the NBA. We got tanking going on. And I want to go around the room and ask each one of you guys, what do you think is a good system, or maybe you can create a good system so we can avoid all this tanking and get these teams to start playing? Gardy, I'll start with you.
I have an answer, but I feel like people aren't going to like it. It's called, no matter what system you implement, people are going to complain about it. Let's be real. Okay, people are talking about, well, let's just get rid of the draft. Let's just have, rookie free agency. Well, when none of the, non-desirable teams like the Sacramento Kings aren't getting free agents, and all the free agents are all going to the same place, all the rookie ones, people are going to complain about that. It'll end up just being like a big league AAU team.
Yep.
When you can do the inverse lottery, but people are trying to tank. You're still going to try to tank. You can freeze the draft lottery, earlier in the season. Guess what? They're just going to start tanking sooner so they can make sure to have a good draft pick. I'll say this. You can try to dissuade tanking, and I'm not against it. You can keep finding teams. But at the end of the day, I feel like the system we have now, while it's not perfect, I don't think there is a perfect system. Because I feel like the system, at the end of the day, I don't think there just is a good system, because no matter what system you put in place, people are going to complain about it. They're going to find a way to manipulate it. So I think that it's overblown, because also some people are just mistaking bad teams for tanking teams. Like, you can be just bad without trying to tank. Like, those aren't always synonymous. So, like I said, I don't really think that there is a system that won't be being manipulated and complained about. So, honestly, I'm not really concerned about tanking.
All right, John, let me move on to you. What you thinking, bro?
It's okay to be garbage.
Isn't that right, Atlanta Falcons?
And your team whoa.
Damn.
I mean, isn't that right, Washington State Cougars?
That's just wrong. Go ahead, John.
I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep going. She finna lash out a little bit, and I'm gonna let it happen.
She gonna be like Skip Bayless talking about Tim Tebow.
He's just mad that LA won today. He's salty.
3-0 even. So
sounds like a salty fucking fan that LA.
Have you had the fish up in Seattle? It's pretty salty. You would be salty too if you've never made it to a World Series in 60-something years.
No. That's
not that you would know. Oh, wait, the Falcons have only been
that
to
sounds like a problem I wouldn't understand.
Go ahead, John.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Listen.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
And no, you opened up the door. I told you I was gonna let that shit happen. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, because John understands. Last time I was on here, I ripped his ass up.
Pause. You didn't rip my ass up, okay? It's still intact. Okay. Nobody goes there. But no,
I didn't mean literally. I just meant figuratively. Whoa.
I know. But I mean, bro, if your team trash, your team trash. Like Gordy said, it's people gonna be peopling. They never satisfied. Something's not right with something, and somebody's always gonna find a way to manipulate something. But if you suck, just be garbage. Just go out there and play your hardest. You still suck. You still suck. Okay?
New Orleans Saints.
If your team's just bad, you just bad, bro.
We suck.
I'm just saying in general. No matter the sport. You ain't got a tank. We know you stink. Like, first pick, second pick, is there really a big difference? Now, once you get to maybe 10, sure. But, man, you never freaking know anyway. You get first round picks that are bust, and you get people that are picked in the second round that turn into somebody. You never freaking know.
Right.
So, no point in tanking. You're not on TV. I mean, granted, the Utah Jazz are on TV now. I don't know why, but like I said, if you suck, just go out there and play. You're going to get beat. Like, it's by the better team. Like, straight up.
Seven, what you thinking?
I think when it comes to professional sports, if you're not trying to find a way to get an edge, you're not winning anything. And the truth of the matter is, I think what Gardy said is correct. I mean, teams are always going to find a way to exploit this system, whatever it is. There's always going to be those Utah Jazz or, whatever, the New Orleans Saints that are always just going to be trying to find ways to get those earlier picks. Like, somehow they're magically 20 fucking years later going to actually hit on one. Like, how do you Like it's. I think truly, like the only thing you could try to do, you could argue, is some type of punishment for the actual owners. Something that actually hits them. Like, oh, and you know what? If you have one of the bottom 5 records in the league for 5 consecutive years, you have to sell the team. But nobody's ever going to vote for that. Like that's like realistically something like that would actually just be a true penalty for being that low that consistently is like, and even that's still going to get exploited.
Right.
So I mean, what do you do? Like you just fine them and keep going with that. And for some of those owners, to them, the cost of doing business.
Erica, you got any thoughts on this subject?
I mean, I love hearing a Boston Red Sox fan make his statement because he would understand it very well.
Damn. Low blow.
Can I just say this is why we missed Erica on the show?
Shots fired. Damn.
Ando, you had to open your fucking mouth.
Dead.
You just had to talk.
It would not be a sports report podcast without. It would not be a.
Ando fired the first bullet.
It would not be a sports reports podcast if Erica was not firing off. Sometimes
hard to understand why women like the ball game.
Y'all catching, man, y'all out here shooting strays at yourself. Y'all getting more strays than Ben Simmons.
Listen, if you can't,
Gardy was the only one that heard what I said.
Get out of the kitchen. You can't keep up with the heat. Get out the kitchen.
Y'all can't get me because I know both. Y'all can't get me because I know all my teams suck. Y'all can't get me. I'm immune to that shit.
The Mets are predicted to get 3rd place in the NL East this year. Give yourself some credit.
They ain't in the pennant chase.
But they're still 3rd place. They're wild card.
They're not 4th. They're 3rd. Come on.
Hey man, if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, exactly.
As a true Minnesota Vikings fan. Says a true Minnesota Vikings fan.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Exactly.
And no, John, you can't take that Super Bowl championship from the Seahawks and write it down. It's the Minnesota Seahawks championship. Okay. Sam Darnold won that on a different
I ain't heard nobody do that yet.
Yeah.
No.
Remember when Matt Stafford got traded?
Gingerbread Man won. He did it.
Yep.
All the Detroit Lion fans were like, the Detroit Rams won the Super Bowl. Nah.
See, I never heard that.
I didn't either.
I never heard that. That's some new shit. But
of course, Will, you wouldn't know how to be around, championship conversation.
Listen, out of our teams, who won the championship? 2009, baby. 2009.
Good for you.
I've seen 2 of my teams win championships.
One of mine, and all 6 for the Bulls. I was saying for all of them.
Baby.
All of them, baby. All of them. Oh, and the early Mets team back in the day. I was here for that.
My brains and my Tar Heels.
$21.
I'm at least 4 because I had the 2 for the Chiefs, Red Sox.
3 for the Chiefs. 3 for the Chiefs.
3 for KC. Yep. 3 for the Chiefs. Sorry, the Chiefs won so many I miscounted.
They're all bundling together.
And then the 2 for the Red Sox since 2010.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Red Sox.
5 in the last 15 years for me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen the Dodgers get 3.
Only because they deferred their fucking salary.
2.5.
Yeah, you can't take full credit for the first salary, Erica.
Whoa.
Did you just say 2.5?
2.5.
Wait. Where the half come in?
Where the half come in?
The Mickey Mouse ring in 2020.
Oh.
2.5.
We didn't do a Mickey Mouse ring.
You want to know where the half came in? He's short, so every inch counts.
That's a double entendre.
Oh, damn.
Damn. I'm like, this is what it is. I don't set any expectations for a reason.
Don't take that shit, Ando.
No, she's throwing it to 7, bro. That ain't me.
Oh, my bad.
She's throwing it to 7.
Like I said,
don't take that 7.
Bro. I just started. Like I said, I just got this.
I know where she lives, and I can teach her daughter bad habits. I'm not worried about it.
Bro, do you want to give your thoughts first, or do you want me to?
Hey, go ahead, Mr.
Ando.
Do your thing.
Daughter's uncle.
Do your thing, Mr. Ando.
The problem with tanking is you're never going to solve it.
Right.
Just keep the heart hands to yourself.
I did. That's why my hands are glued to my keyboard today. I'm going to be a keyboard warrior tonight. I'm going to be flat out honest. I honestly do not believe that tanking is a problem. There are teams that are going to be doing it. I think if there are any casualties in this so-called tanking problem, it's the fans of the organizations who are doing it, right? I think I know Will, I'm pretty sure John, maybe Jardy, all feel the same way that I feel about load management. I have a bigger problem with load management than I do tanking, right?
I do too.
You have people paying, and Michael Jordan said it best at the beginning, I think it was last year, about load management. You have people who are taking money that they may not necessarily have. Hardworking people that are scratching and saving for every dollar that want to go see their favorite players play. Now, absolutely. I live in an area where the closest basketball team for me is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think everybody remembers between 2004 and we'll go 2015.
I was rooting for that team.
Yeah, 2016, where the Minnesota Timberwolves were hot garbage, right? They went 12, 13 years without even a playoff appearance.
Yep.
They were good in what, 2003, weren't they? No?
Yeah, 2003, 2004. When Garnett won
okay.
Garnett
I
won
was about to say.
Yep. Nobody accused them of tanking, right? I mean, it was poorly ran organization, but the players that they got are playing their best, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what is causing this day and age for people to say tanking is a problem, right? I think it's the idea that people are coming out of college, one and done, that give these franchise hey, we're going to get this guy. So the best chance that we can do is if we suck now, make it look like we're not obviously throwing in the towel. Dallas did it perfectly last year, right? You trade away Luka. Nico Harrison is one of those guys who are dumb enough to believe that he is not tanking that's best for his franchise, right? And then you have the other franchises that were there. Washington Wizards have been a horrible franchise for 7-8 years since John Wall tore his ACL the second or third time.
Yeah.
If the NBA truly believes, if Adam Silver truly believes that tanking is an issue, I think he will have a game plan in mind. Will it happen initially? No. Things like this are going to take time. We're not going to see immediate solutions. I think, and Charles Barkley said this on the Inside the NBA, if you're going to tank, that's fine, but certain measures for your franchise have to stay. One of the things that he said, as a franchise owner, if your team is below 500 after the All-Star break, you do not get to change ticket prices to make the bottom line look better. Absolutely agree with that. I personally don't believe you should change ticket prices in the middle of the season. If you want to make ticket prices changes between the regular season and the postseason, if your team makes the playoffs, by all means, go ahead. I'm from a bottom line standpoint, I can understand that because you want to get the best dollar and people are going to pay to see your team. Oklahoma City is a perfect example of that, right? Yeah. But during the season, I think if your team is struggling, teams like Utah, teams like New Orleans, teams like Chicago, the ownership should not be allowed to say, well, we're throwing in the towel this year. We're going to get as much money from you guys. I think ticket prices should be set in stone, and that includes concession and parking as well. Don't fuck with the price of my popcorn just because your team sucks. I still want to be able to have an eventful time watching my team get blown out by the New York fucking Knicks. Thank God Blackachu isn't here because he'd have a fun time with that. But yeah, I from a fan watching standpoint, I don't think tanking is a problem. Because they're Gardy and is it Jardy or Gardy? Gardy and John said it best. Some team has to finish in last.
Right.
We're not always going to say that. I don't think anybody believes the Raiders tanked. They just really fucking suck. So
Colin B on that one.
I do think that a lot of people think that there's a tanking problem. I think that there's more of a GM scouting front office problem because people talk about, well, you got to finish high in the draft to get the best talent, but some of the most impactful talents in the drafts have been found in the middle and late rounds, even second round.
Yes.
Like one of the most impactful players.
Yeah, the best assets to certain teams.
Yeah, like one of the best players this year in the draft, for example, has been Cedric Coward of the Memphis Grizzlies. He has pick 11. Say, Ryan Kalkbrenner's been a great pickup for the Hornets. He was second round, pick 34.
Yeah.
How
about Matisse Bellius for the Bulls? He was like an 11th overall pick. That was lottery. You wouldn't have. I don't see the Bulls going, oh God, we were going to completely suck for him.
Right.
They wouldn't have picked him with the first overall pick.
Like at the end of the day, I think you just gotta, instead of like trying to blame everything else, you just gotta look at your team's front office and scouting. Like, okay, why can the Grizzlies and everybody else find this talent, but we can? That's on your front office.
There's a thing here though that I think is being missed with that, and that's that the teams that are in the earlier rounds are drafting because the player looks good. The teams, when you get to the middle and late round, they understand that this player that looks good isn't going to be on the table, so they're more looking at culture fits and coaching fits, and those are the players that tend to be more successful. A lot of these teams that aren't doing well are grasping at straws the entire time. And you have a front office that doesn't just evaluate if player A is good for the is a good player, but is player A going to be good for what we're trying to build culture-wise? And I don't think that gets looked at enough in some of these early teams, because if you look at these are the teams that aren't doing as well. The culture isn't great, staff isn't great. There's not a lot of cohesion. There's a correlation because the players that they're drafting in the middle and late rounds, they're going into more appropriate scenarios for their skill set, their development. And so they're able to succeed because, as we've talked about time and time again on this and every other sports show, coaching situations matter.
I think the way we should look at this, and Erica, I'm going to take a page out of your book for a quick second.
Defer contracts until 2041?
No, I was gonna say we need to, and I brought this up on Coffee and Sports this morning. We need to take a page out of women's hockey, and what I mean by that is in women's hockey, when you're out of the playoffs, you go on a point system. So let's say the first team would be the most points gets that first pick, because if you're the worst team and you get wins, you start getting points after every win. Then the second team had the second most points, third pick had the third most points, and so on. That way, it incentivizes teams who win but aren't the creme de la creme in that particular sport gets a fair shot at the draft. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I could be off base.
Nah, that's a good system though.
I am going to say it like this. I love how the NBA keeps it to a lottery. It's not like the NFL. It's not like the MLB where, hey, if you automatically have the worst record, you're guaranteed to get the first pick. Mm-hmm. I love how the NBA, even if you have the worst record and let's say tanking is an issue and Seven and I run just the most horrible basketball team, we can't get anybody, we win 5 games. I like that it's not guaranteed that we're going to get the first pick, right? I like that even if you are the worst team, you could end up with the 4th overall pick. I think it is the most unique way to get new players onto your team. I love the draft lottery. I hope they never take it away.
Look at what happened with Dallas, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas shouldn't have had the number 1.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve it for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Why?
And the same thing happened with the Chicago Bulls in 2008 when they got to draft Derrick Rose. When they went into the draft, they had, I think, the 3rd overall pick, and then they had the LA Clippers, 11th?
Yeah, it was 11th.
11th overall pick, and that 11th overall pick got them Derrick Rose. A 2% chance got them arguably their best player in franchise history since number 23.
Go ahead, Gotti.
I know what you're referencing. That was Kyrie. They traded Baron Davis Kyrie. For the Clippers' first round pick, and that pick won the lottery.
You're right.
But my thing is this, and I'll go back to this comment here. And Gardy, you're a little bit more knowledgeable on the NBA draft than me. It seems like maybe the first 10 picks I get being coveted, but past that, is it the first 10 possible picks will be coveted? And I get that point because you have 3 guys that they're talking about now. Maybe 4 prevalent on ESPN. But after those 4,
yeah, there might be 5 of them.
Because you got Carlos Boozer,
Cameron Boozer.
Cameron
Boozer.
I think there's a kid out of
Kansas.
Kansas.
The kid from Kansas, but I ain't drafted him.
I ain't drafted him number 1.
No,
After what I just saw, hell no. I'm good.
And that was why, because I was wondering if he was included in that, because I was going to say he's not going in the first 5 picks. That's fine. I'll be shocked if he's a first round.
He got the skill, but not the mindset.
Nope.
I think Darren Peterson from Kansas. Well, it'll all depend on the medicals. What does that show?
Right.
Like the medical part of the draft will honestly be more important for Peterson than the actual next step of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But after those 4 guys, after the top 5 guys, he's got Cuff Jr. from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think when it comes to this upcoming draft, you got talent like Yaxel and Caleb Wilson. You have talent. I just don't think there's really any franchise change. You got your top 3 who are going to be very good to high end players, and I do think there's talent to be had. I think this is going to be a good talent once we get past the top 5 to really fill out your rotation. I don't think you're drafting all-stars and MVPs, but yeah.
I would say I don't think you're drafting MVPs. You're going to have some all-stars in that list.
Yeah.
That I think get drafted. Because you have all-stars. You have all-stars at every level of the draft. Lottery, from the lottery to the playoff teams. I mean, Draymond Green was what, 34th or 35th overall pick, which is the second round. I don't think anybody was like, hey, that guy from Michigan State is going to win, 4 NBA championships.
I couldn't stand him then, and I can't stand him now.
Don't do your mind like that, man.
Man, hey, look, I'm a Tar Heel fan, so we used to play Michigan State a lot when he was there.
He only
in college too.
He only punched the last title out of Golden State. That's all he did. He just punched the last title out of Golden State.
John, just remember you can always hit Will back with the Magna Carp joke. Always hit him back with the Magna Carp joke.
You saying Magna Carp?
Magna Carp, yep. The fishy Pokemon from Pokemon.
I thought it was Magikarp.
Yeah, Magikarp. Magikarp, Magna Carp, whatever.
Okay. Just
look,
making
Pokemon
sure I
Red,
understood.
Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming out next week.
We're revoking your Pokemon card.
I know my Pokemon names now.
Come on now.
Oh, the hell you are, Will.
I'm cutting the corner off your white card.
I can't take my. Then what race am I going to be? You already said I'm not invited to the barbecue. If I ain't got my white card, 7, I ain't got no cards at all, man.
I said your Pokemon card. I said your Pokemon card. I said your Pokemon card, sir, not your white card.
I was like, the who card?
I said your Pokemon card, not your white card.
Like this the carpet Aladdin root on?
Can we be honest about something? It's not that you lost your white card. You lost your white man card because of doing the fucking hot hands like a faggot.
Gardy, you can't laugh. You're not a part of that conversation.
Now nobody's gonna say nothing because you fired the shots first.
No, you're right. You're right. Hey, look, I said it myself when I started this whole cannon fodder bullshit that I was happy to start the fight, and it just big old pie landed in my face. So I'm gonna lick the whipped cream and. Yo, I said pie.
Hey.
You guys are the ones that are doing it that way.
I'm too through. I'm too
hey,
through.
Yo,
Yo, man.
Ando, you took that way too far.
You have an extra appointment at HR tomorrow. An extra appointment, damn it.
Hey, yo.
8 and 9 a.m. Damn.
I also just want to clarify, I have nothing against gay people. Just clarifying, nothing against gay people.
Nothing at all.
Look, I don't know where
I said it, and I was like, oh shit.
I don't know where the gay gay stuff that's coming in from. I just talked about, I'm the guy who got hit in the face with the pie, and I'm the one now that has to lick the whipped cream off my face. Okay.
No,
there is
no,
nothing.
man.
Look,
Hey,
no, bro. No.
Got
Lord have mercy.
Ando talking about getting cream pie on the show. Never thought I'd see that.
Lord have mercy, man.
Hey, man.
So, Gardy, this is what happens when I arrive on the show. It turns into a fucking shit.
They bring you on to humble Ando. I respect it.
Hey,
it's pandemonium.
Hey, but
bring you on to humble Ando. I respect it.
But let me switch the show around before. Let me bring the show back before we get kicked off by FCC Airwaves. We got 14. We got a few minutes left because I want 7 to get into some of this baseball stuff too. Tyreek Hill, free agent. We have not talked about this as a group as of yet. Where do we see him going?
Like a bird.
Where do we see him going?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about time.
If he can come back. That question has not been answered yet. He wants to. If he can come back, he'll end up in Buffalo.
If he wants to win, he should go back. But he got to be a big enough man.
Does he make a big enough difference for Kansas City, though?
That's the question. Because you're going to lose Rashee Rice with these new abuse allegations. That's at least the first 4 weeks, probably the first 6. They're going to hit him again.
Assuming KC don't release him.
No, Kansas City's not releasing him. No, he's too valuable. Unless
but him and Xavier Worthy. Oh man.
I would say him and Worthy together would be nasty.
You can't double cover nobody.
Right.
But like at the same time, if I have enough, I can just press all the receivers at the line and just knock them over.
The issue that I'm saying is
a bunch of small speed guys.
Is Tyreek?
But that to me, that's a gamble.
Well, but
because if you don't knock them off the line, they're done for.
Well, and if Tyreek has 80% of his speed, let's just box that. Let's say he lost 20% with the ACL and the break. That still puts him as one of the top 15 fastest guys in the league, realistically. So you put him in the slot because he's the old receiver. You leave Rashee right, especially once Rashee comes back. You leave Rashee out on the 1. You put Tyreek Hill in the slot, and you put Xavier Worthy running in the middle. That's gonna crack.
And then if you bring Travis,
that's hard to cover with cover 2, cover 4. You're spreading everybody out at that point. You've got to hope to God they don't pick apart that zone. You play zone one time against them, and you're giving up a touchdown. It could be 80 yards, could be 10. You're giving it up.
And that's if Travis doesn't come back. Because if you bring Travis back, that's another person.
I say Kelsey's coming back.
Yeah.
Eric,
he can't go out like that. Kind of sad.
I don't know. Do you think Patrick Mahomes will have a grudge against him for what he said about him when compared to Tua? You remember what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about what Tyreek said about Tua versus Patrick?
Yeah, he said Tua was better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, if we bring him back,
him being an asshole.
If we bring him back,
well, but it's also honestly, I think to me that seemed like more of a business thing because Tyreek said that knowing that nobody was going to take him seriously. Nobody actually thought that there was any kind of a chance where Tua was comparing to Patrick Mahomes. Let's be realistic. I understand that Tua was a quarterback in the professional football league, and I respect it. I'm not trying to disrespect that at all. But he's not in the same league as Patrick Mahomes.
No.
And that's a statement of fact. So now, if it was something where he kept saying it and made it like he genuinely believed it, then there's going to be some questions. But I think one interview of something that he knew was going to set people off, I don't think it means anything.
One word: clickbait.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
That's like saying Ryan Leaf is better than Peyton Manning. Nope.
Hell no.
Oh, we gotta talk about that hockey game too.
Damn, is it that steep of a?
Got got a question here in the chat. Do we see A.J. Brown and Tyreek Hill to the Buffalo Bills?
I think it'll be one or the other. I don't think Buffalo spends that much money on it.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No,
you can't.
I mean, it's
their issues will not be on the same team.
How much of a pay cut is Tyreek Hill willing to take?
Yes,
because now, especially with his age and now this injury, his value is not.
Oh, he's going to take a pay cut. I mean, he got his payday, so he'll be all right.
10 to 15 tops, I would say, realistically. 10 to 15. Which he'll be fine with. That'll, recover shots for seconds. But it's the, I mean, he just wants to play. So he'll take Kansas City for 10, Buffalo for 15.
All right. Erica, I'm coming to you. Who did the Falcons put the franchise tag on today?
Kyle Pitts.
I got a question. Why? Why? Because I don't get it. Because I don't get it.
They could have chose somebody else. They could have chose someone bad. They could have put it on Drake London. Bruh. ATL just be doing ATL things. ATL be doing ATL things. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Guardy, man, help me out here, bro. Why are we putting the franchise tag on Kyle Pitts, man?
Because you want to test. Okay, here's the thing with Kyle Pitts. He's an interesting fellow, right? Because he came out, and in his rookie year, he had one of the greatest rookie tight end seasons that we had ever seen. And then he just kind of plant goes down from there. It almost feels like with Drake London, you don't franchise tag him. He's just the guy you straight up extend and lock in. Kyle Pitts, it's almost like a different scenario in the sense that he's talented, but you want to see if he fits into your future. But you don't want to commit that many years to Kyle Pitts because you don't know if he's a long-term fit. Right. With, new quarterback, you got a new coach in there, new systems. So I think this is almost just like a 1-year gamble. Does Kyle Pitts fit? If he doesn't, well, then you let him walk next year. Or you trade him at the deadline. You can get something instead of losing him for nothing.
How much you overpaying him, though, to take that 1-year gamble?
What's up?
Exactly. Why take that gamble?
How much are you paying him under that franchise tag?
Like he said, you paying him right now, but like he said, if he don't do well, ship his ass off.
So franchise tag for a tight end, I believe, is around 14 to 15 million.
Yeah.
I said, I think you slap it on him, and let's say even if he doesn't make it throughout the year, I don't think his value will drop that much. You can at least maybe at the deadline, 6th-round pick for Kyle Pitts. That's better than losing him for nothing. Free agency.
CBS Sports announced that the franchise tag for Kyle Pitts is expected to be $16.3 million for the 2026.
That's still not bad. I guess that's not bad. If it was north of 20 or so what you see some of these receivers and defensive ends getting, then I'm questioning more. But something like that, I can decide. But who do you feel sorry for in that situation? He's not a good fit. It's if the coaching situation is going to be better now, that's one thing. But right now, he's just not a good fit for that organization. And why don't you, use that on something else?
Plus, they need so much help. You still need help at the linebacker spot. You still need a good second receiver. They still need some. You're fine with Bijan.
Do you, though? Because with all the weapons that they have, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, you got the running back tandem of Algier and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
You can make Darnell Mooney serviceable as a number 2 until the draft.
I think the bigger problem is you just got to you have to shore up the defense. You have enough weapons and offense.
They need a linebacker.
And obviously, you need to figure out the most important position in the game. You don't have a real quarterback.
No.
You don't have a defense, or you have half a defense. But your best, arguably your best pass rusher just got arrested. He's probably not playing.
He probably ain't coming back.
You got to figure out your defense, and you got to find a real quarterback.
He probably ain't coming back. He done messed his life up that bad.
Yeah, if he comes back, it's a couple of years. I don't think he's going to be back for a while.
If he come back at all, yeah. Hey, Gardy.
What's up?
You got a question right here. Could they trade Pitts?
Listen, again, Excel is just doing ATL things. They're not making sense.
They just there for the strip club.
Could they trade
Hey,
Pitts
is that
to
why
the
James Harden?
Patriots?
No, that can't be it because James Harden hasn't played for Atlanta, and you know that he's signed.
I mean, he's smart, bro. He just left LA.
He just left LA. Yeah.
He just left LA. He's fine.
Give him a minute. Give him a minute. He on the way.
Yeah, because he wasn't tipping strippers, and stripper says he couldn't go in no more.
Dang.
At least this way, Cleveland has like what, 3 strip clubs, maybe 4 because it's Cleveland. And at that point, they're gonna have the red carpet in the red room ready for James Harden at this point.
Dang.
Strip club is a strip club.
Exactly.
But the question was, could they trade Pitts to the Patriots?
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I think that'd be a good fit.
I think it's worth seeing the fit now with Stefanski being the no coach, because if there's one thing Stefanski likes to do is use tight ends. He definitely knew how to use David Njoku last year.
Yes.
He definitely loves using his running backs. I think Bijan and Njoku could see a big boost, but if they do decide he's not a fit and they want to trade him, I think the Patriots are a team that just need receiving threats. So, and Kyle Pitts is still a threat to the to the middle of the field. He's a good vertical threat, so I could see the Patriots.
Hold on, the Patriots have Hunter Henry. I mean, are you really gonna grab? Are you gonna grab somebody else to?
If any team
put as the 2, like.
But if any team could make a two tight end system work, it would be the Patriots.
And are you going to go for Hunter Henry, or are you going to go for Kyle Pitts? I would take Kyle Pitts over Hunter Henry.
I have to see Kyle Pitts in an actual functioning system before I can make any opinion on him. I don't trust him right now until I see another one.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry, there's too many question marks on him. I can't value him like that. And I think that's the hard part with deciding on the franchise tag and looking at a trade partner. It is so difficult to speculate what you're going to get out of Kyle Pitts right now because of how bad things are. This is almost going to end up being a Sam Darnold situation. You have to get him into the right situation before you're actually going to see what you're going to get out of Kyle Pitts. You have to hope to God it doesn't happen too late, or you're going to miss his prime completely.
Harden in Vegas would be epic.
I'm sure that's where he spends his off season.
Just know, T3, that Seattle is going to get the first expansion team, and then it'll be Vegas.
Harden would be VP of the Vegas.
It's going to be LeBron, and it's probably going to be LeBron, Harden, and probably Chris Paul.
Yep.
We got a question here about the Bills again. Any takers for Keon Coleman? Oh, not me.
Battlehawks.
Any team that isn't Buffalo. Here's the thing. I don't think Keon Coleman is as bad as people are making him out to be.
I don't either, man.
I just don't think he's a number 1. But I think he's a good depth receiver.
He just kind of need a swift kick in the ass a little bit.
He'd be number 3.
Yeah, like he'd be a good number like 3, and maybe a decent number 2, but a number 1, that just isn't him. So I think just a trade anywhere outside of Buffalo would be good.
Oh yeah. Particularly when your owner particularly after what your owner said about you.
Yeah, if he stays there and doesn't say anything about this, like that almost kind of makes him look a little iffy on the side on it too, because like
oh hell no.
As a person, you have to as a person you kind of have to say something when somebody says something like that about you, like you almost have to acknowledge it. And I mean, to his point, kudos for not lashing out emotionally. To that, I absolutely.
Or professionally, even, because you don't want to bury yourself for coming at the owner like that.
Right, but you still, I think you got to say something.
Oh yeah,
like even if it's
facts.
You know what,
you do. At the end of the day, you do. Yeah.
You know, even if it's like, hey, I'm gonna work this out. I'm gonna figure out how to do better. Something to at least acknowledge that you've heard it, and even in the back end, you're telling your agent, "Get me the out of here."
But who's to say that they haven't had talks behind the doors already? Because
they had to.
I am the last guy. I'm the last guy that when somebody talks to me disrespectfully or brings up my name disrespectfully in conversation, the first thing that I do is I get that person on the phone and be like, yo, we need to have a chat. We're talking. Like, get into the meeting room. We're having a chat. So if you call me out like that, if you put my name out of your mouth like that, you need to be ready to defend yourself. And hats off to Coleman for not publicly coming out with it, but I'm sure he and Pagula have had some form of conversation already. And if they haven't, hats off to Coleman for not, completely blasting him the way that most people go after their owners in a situation like that.
If an owner blasted KD like that, he'd have 4 burner accounts complaining about ownership.
Yep.
In 10 minutes, it's like KD turns into like the beautiful mind guy, and there's numbers floating around his head as he's creating accounts and sending tweets and trying to spam the shit out of it.
Yep.
Like that's his specialty. So that's how that would be handled. Like, and Keon Coleman's just like something's got to be being going to discuss behind the scenes, because that's just disrespectful. We don't do that as ownership.
Yeah, that is a little disrespectful. All right, Seven, let's go ahead and have you catch us up on the world of baseball before we get out of here for the night.
Spring training is in effect. A lot of games going on down in Phoenix and in Florida. Saw, most teams really just getting going, so kind of splitting games. Nobody's like 4 games in. There's really the Guardians haven't lost a game yet. The Dodgers haven't lost a game yet. Giants haven't. Athletics haven't won a game yet. Just some stuff like that going on, just standard spring training stuff. And seriously, we can get down to Arizona or to Florida to watch the spring training game. Abso-fucking-lutely. We're going to see some guys getting very limited reps in the World Baseball Classic. Tarek Skubal among them. Shohei is only going to DH. Now, there's a couple of other pitchers that are going to be just doing one outing during the Classic and then heading back to camp. Is it something? It's pitchers mostly is where this is coming in. My question to you guys is this: should Major League Baseball be putting their foot down and allowing Major League pitchers to be used in the World Baseball Classic to protect from injury, especially because of how bad pitching injuries have gotten and how much more common they are? Should the league be saying, okay, you can use double and triple A guys, but nobody under 26 as far as pitchers are concerned? Because one bad outing, because they get a contract for insurance or financial, they have the support, but that's still a blow on strategy for a lot of teams. If and I were talking about it before the show, if Tarek Skubal goes down, Detroit's season is fucked. He's the anchor.
If it's not already.
If it's not already. So how much risk can you really take with a guy with an arm as important? Like Boston's letting Garrett Crochet pitch in the World Baseball Classic, and I really don't fucking like it. Because he is hugely impactful to the success of the Red Sox this season. His outing. So should the league be putting a stop to Major League pitchers in the World Baseball Classic? Ando, go ahead.
Part of the draw for the World Baseball Classic is having the best versus the best. So can you really say you're putting the best batters up against the best pitchers if those pitchers aren't playing? No, you really can't. And it's a lot like the Olympics, where NBA players are going to play in the Olympics to represent their country, and if they get hurt, then the team that they play for kind of follow in the same. Oh shit! Paul George is a perfect example, right? Team USA, when Paul George completely tore up his knee in that final exhibition game before the Olympics started. I think there is a risk-reward section to that. Personally speaking, I can't say I would be happy as a fan watching AAA pitchers do it, because there are a lot of AAA pitchers that I'm not familiar with. I pay more attention to them when they get up into the big leagues, because there's only 30 teams in Major League Baseball that I can pay attention. I can hear those names more often. Whereas now each team has a farm system. Each of those teams have a farm system. Each of those teams have a farm system. So it can take 5, 6, 7 web pages of researching to figure out, hey, this player who plays for, I'm going to take Seattle because I know their farm system, Tacoma, right? Their AA team is out of Everett, Washington, the Everett Aqua Sox, right? So right off the bat, I know my 3 teams that are going to be included. I know because I follow the Norfolk Tides, another AAA baseball team AAA baseball team on the East Coast. I know they're part of the Orioles. So when somebody comes up into the Orioles, I can more often than not be like, that guy played for the Norfolk Tides, right? But the teams that I don't pay attention to, like the Atlanta Braves, the New York Yankees, the Houston Astros, those guys, hey, this guy's great pitcher out of the Astros. If you're doing that with AAA players, hey, this guy played out of AAA Omaha. Okay. What team is that guy a part of? What franchise should I be looking at?
Hold on, though. And I get what you're saying about that, but to a point, let's use the Olympics as a reference here. We watched a lot of competitions where we only see these players every 4 years.
Yep.
And we only see what they do in that time. And we're able to still support that because it's more about supporting country or, you know, whatever. And again, it's not, and I'm not against.
It's country over player that we're watching it for.
Like, it's country over player, but we're also still going to see a lot of middle and upper tier bats going in. But you can use AAA pitchers for that because AAA pitchers are used to facing bats like that because you're facing that at AAA and up.
Okay.
Like, that's a consistent thing for them. So I don't think it's as much of a leap. So while the competition is still a little different, we're going to get more offense out of these games, which, I mean, that's good for the ratings.
A lot of people like to go to baseball game for bats.
Like, you know, like purists in baseball can appreciate a good pitcher's duel or a no-hit. But the average baseball fan that you're trying to bring into baseball here in the spring before you get going into the regular season, you want them seeing some dingers. What better way to give you more dingers than you got AAA pitchers and top 20 hitters?
Okay.
I got you. Anybody else want to comment on that?
And then there was something else. Oh,
I got a question. How big are springtime ratings? Like, I know it's still very, very early. But like, how big are the TV ratings when it comes to that?
TV ratings wasn't so. I'll put it like this: when the last collective bargaining agreement negotiation happened, there was a lockout for a while, and the season did start late. They ended up getting the full 162 in because they rescheduled some stuff and changed some series into double headers. But they the league didn't worry about losing the advertising money from the ratings in April baseball.
Right.
That's how much they don't care about it. That's how
because that's why I was like, all right, maybe it is a good idea to bring these guys up and let that happen. So
it is because the reason why it is because that's going to be a better lead into spring baseball. If you've just spent the last month watching dingers fly out of some of the ballparks in Florida and Arizona, for a month, like there's a lot of marketing benefit from that.
Like I say, it's beneficial for the guys at that level too. Cause shit, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, because if you get a pitcher that all of a sudden blows his arm out in the World Baseball Classic and has to have Tommy John surgery.
He's 30.
That's an entire season that's gone instantly, and probably the first 2 months of the next season.
Yeah.
If it happens in March like that, you're looking at a minimum of a full season, probably at least first couple of months, getting the rehab back done correctly. So that's all that time that you're losing. And sure, the contracts are insured, but if you're a team, but you can't get that back on like salary caps and stuff like that.
Right.
There is a luxury tax in baseball, so that is still a thing.
And more importantly, the player can't get that time back.
And the player can't get that time back. Exactly. So if you have somebody that is in a double or triple A, pitchers are actually getting Tommy John surgery at a younger and younger age, getting their first one out of the way. Some are doing it in high school. because it's a lot easier to go. It's a lot easier on your development, and you're going to rehab quicker when you're that young because your body heals faster.
Right.
And so they get that first one out of the way so that they get that extra bump. That's one of the reasons why we're seeing some kids in AA and in college ball throwing 95 to 100 because they've already had that first Tommy John surgery. The problem is if you fuck up after a second one, you're done. That's it. You're done, bitch, at that point.
Well, I mean, why not?
How early do you do that?
And
Go ahead, Eric.
why not go ahead and just knock the surgery out? It makes absolute sense. Just get it done and you go into the big league and you're making more money.
Right. You're making more money, but once you break something, it's a lot easier to break the second time. And yeah, they do a lot of reinforcement in there and tightening it up. But again, that still can only hold for so long. I mean, Shohei has already had his second Tommy John surgery. That's why I think you should only be a closer as far as pitching for the Dodgers. Like, because once it's gone this time. Like that's going to be it. And you want to get as much possible. And using him in like Mariano Rivera situations where he's been hitting all game.
Yeah.
Like that's going to sell a lot of tickets. It really is.
Yep.
People will still pay to see that.
Yep.
And so, like, but I mean, and that's the hard thing with the classic is that risk and reward. That's go ahead.
All right. Anything else you got, Seven, before we get out of here for the night?
Oh, are we going to talk about the hockey game?
Hell yeah. Let's talk about the Olympic gold medal game.
Okay.
Did anybody else watch it besides Seven and I?
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. So I'll preface it by saying this.
Well, I watched the highlights.
Okay. I'm going to start off by prefacing like this. To the date of the last U.S. hockey gold medal in 1980, 46 years ago, U.S. and Canada play for the gold medal. And for those of you who don't know, Four Nations, a couple of years ago, right? Canada beat U.S. to win that, right? That was essentially the all-star makeup that they had for that year, right? Okay. So there's a lot of animosity between Canada and the U.S., especially gold medal hockey. Canada is expected to roll over the U.S. U.S. scored the first goal in the first period, 8 shots on goal for both teams. Between the second and the third period, Canada outshoots the States 33 to 18, 33 to 18, 33 to 15. It's a difference of 18 or 15. That entire time, Canada scores 1 goal. 1 goal out of 33 shots. Shout out to the goalie, Hellebuck. MVP. If they did not give him the MVP of the gold medal game, they do not know hockey because he absolutely deserved it.
I want to say.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to say this. First of all, Hellebuck, that was one of the best performances out of a goalie we've ever seen. Like,
Olympic professional amateur, like the best.
The last time I saw a goalie performance like this in a national competition, you think about the World Cup, what was that, 15 years ago, where the keeper for the U.S. squad was so good, people were trying to get him to be nominated as the Secretary of Defense.
Yep.
Like, it was that good. But the thing that pissed me off was Canada's coach complaining after the game about the change in format with doing 3-on-3 instead of 6-on-6. And who was you tell me who the better team out there. Bro, you had a 5-on-3 power play for 90 seconds and you got 0 goals. You had an advantage and still lost. Mm-hmm. Like I can't. Like in the Canadians in the medal presentation, like just the saltiest looks on their face. The saltiest looks on their face. Like, man, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, so I will say it like this. Sportsmanship wise, Canada, you lost. I'm sure the US may have done the same thing. But again, you made it to the Olympics. You made it to the gold medal game of the Olympics, right? There are 20 other countries that would have traded the position that you were in to have that opportunity to play.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a hell of a game. Everybody who watched that, my mom, who does not watch hockey, does not understand hockey, was up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch the gold medal game. She got up before I did to watch the game. And I like hockey. That being said, there were a lot of close calls that should have been called. I know one of the analysts said there should have been a penalty for too many men on the ice for the states that didn't get called. Probably should have been, if you want me to be absolutely honest. But the U.S. penalty kill played lights out the entire Olympics, right? And then hats off to Jack Hughes, chipped 3 teeth in the third period, and then comes back and scores the game-winning goal. Like, that dude traded in broken teeth for a gold medal that he can then use that gold medal to get more teeth. Like,
dang.
Hats off to you, sir. You are a real American. But for real, hats off to the U.S. team. I'm not taking anything away from Canada. Canada is going to come back in 4 years and want to kick our ass, and I'm totally okay with that. But hats off to that American team. 7, that might have been the best American hockey game I think I've ever seen.
That was, I remember when the I remember like watching stuff around like the Miracle on Ice team from 1980. Some of the U.S. teams that actually got really close going against Canadian hockey in the last 10 games. Like, there's been some stellar performances by Team USA. Absolutely some of the best hockey I've seen. And it was Canada's All-Stars. Canada hit that entire competition in the mouth with a team full of All-Stars. The best of the Canadian world. That should be the best hockey players in the world. And Team USA won. Canada struggled against Czechoslovakia. Or was it like Czechia, something like that. They almost lost to Finland, and Finland was one of the lower ranked teams in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
They almost lost to them. Like, Canada, you guys didn't have it this year. Plain and simple.
All right.
I did want to add one more thing. Canada versus the U.S. I've just pulled up history information between U.S. and Canada ice hockey, not necessarily just the Olympics, but head-to-head. In the Olympics, Canada and the U.S. have met 11 times. Canada has won 9 of the 11. In the IIHF World Championship Series, they have met 31 times. Canada is ahead by an astounding, Erica, you want to plug your ears, 28-3. Canada is ahead 28-3. And
I don't think you made that up.
No, you cannot. Like, I am looking at it right now.
I'm sure that's a
fact. In the World Cup, Canada is ahead 6-1, and in the Four Nations face-off, Canada is ahead 1-0. Going into this, the U.S. was 0-2 in Olympic gold medal matchups against Canada in its histories. The last time that they had met was the gold medal games in Vancouver 2010 when Canada beat them 3-2, and then the gold medal matchup 2 Olympics prior. So in 2002, while they were in Salt Lake City, Canada won 5-2. So to say we had to fight tooth and nail for that win, I'll take it. Like, again, hats off to the U.S. Canada is a great hockey team. I will say this, and I'm probably going to rub some people the wrong way for you people watching up in Canada. If only you could push this kind of dominance to like the Maple Leafs or the Calgary Flames and win a goddamn Stanley Cup. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man.
And on that note, real quick, we're going to finish up here, but first we're going to go around the room, see what everybody's got going on in their personal lives. John, what you got going on this week?
Being a dad to an almost 1-year-old who wants to terrorize and pull everything out of the cabinets and stuff. That's about it.
Been there, done
but
that.
On that, man, I'm just getting started. But on that mental health note we were talking about earlier, I've been there just like probably everybody else has. But yo, any of y'all on this show got to talk about something. Y'all feeling the way? Call me, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Get
Like,
somebody. You got resources. You got resources. That's for sure.
absolutely. I ain't no therapist, but I talk to one.
There you go.
I can only either I can listen or I can give you a real opinion about it. But I'm that motherfucker that's here to help. So
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Grady, what you got going on? I know you got a lot going on with Wire to Wire.
Oh, yeah. You can catch me on the At One podcast to talk some hoops on Thursday, and I'll be uploading some fun, unique content next weekend. I'm off all weekend to go to an anime convention, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Where at?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay, ours is not till the end of March. So.
Oh yeah. No, ours is next weekend, so I just got to make it through this weekend, and I got like 5 days off in a row. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. There you go. Andy, what you got going on this week, man?
You know what? You can catch me Saturday nights unless something comes up on the Geek Gauntlet podcast with our boy Will up there in the corner. At least that's where he is on my screen. Other than that, I had to work the Pro Image shop this morning because the bosses were supposed to be at a convention in Texas, but one of the guys got sick. So yeah, I got a couple hours and ready to go back to work on Wednesday doing my normal job. I got a top 5 list going up for Feast of Fandoms. That's what I got going on.
Erica, what's up with you?
Just finishing up moving. That's it. And about to be starting this other podcast named Deferred with Seven and Ando.
There you go.
Hey, Seven, can you talk more about that podcast that's getting ready to come up with the 3 beautiful people on the bottom? At least I got us on the bottom.
Yeah, we're on the bottom.
So we are coming back this week. We're gonna spend some time really as fans this week, kind of talking about our team's off season, kind of breaking everything down, talking about everything that happened, letting out the frustrations, the optimism, getting it flowing, just kind of getting the baseball juices going, and then just kind of starting to lead into talking about the World Baseball Classic that starts March 5th, I believe. It's either the 4th or the 5th. That will be taking place down in the southern part of the U.S. with players from all over the world and definitely featuring some heavy amount of MLB talent. Last had it a few years ago, Japan, I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Japan won, largely thanks to Shohei Ohtani. So this year should be really interesting, especially with Shohei being limited. But we're going to dive into all of that. Got the 3 of us. Craig will be back, and then I think Dan is going to be joining us on Wednesday. That was the plan anyway. We're just going to talk to baseball. And we got a lot of other great shows at the Wire to Wire Network every day, every evening, hosted by individuals that want to share their perspective with you. We appreciate it if you like, follow, subscribe, and support content creators that really would just like to be able to get an extra pack of Oreos once in a while. Like that's really all we're looking for at this point.
Wait, did somebody say Oreos? Because I love my Oreos, man. I'm a Chips Ahoy guy myself.
So thank you so much for your support, and we appreciate you. Have a good day.
And we're gonna show you those, and we're gonna show those shows right now as we roll out. I want to say thank you to everyone for having us. Wire to Wire, thank you, man on the microphones. Thank you for the sponsor. Everybody else out there, take care and have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.